Hey there, YouTubers. RedMage24 here, as I'm still trying to work on my next Castlevania 3 playthrough video. I hate that level. Hi. I just thought I'd do something here that I've been meaning to do for a long time. Like the video title says, God of War series, my honest thoughts. I thought I'd just talk about this because I've been meaning to do something like this for a while now. I'm a procrastinator, but we're going to start getting this done now. First of all, I'm just going to start off and say this before we get into anything. I am not a fan of this series, and this video is basically me saying my reasons why. Okay, are you still here? You want to listen? Okay, great. Let's see, let's just get into this real quick. Now, a lot of people would right off the bat say, well, you're probably just bad at playing the game. No, I'm not bad at playing the game. I've never actually played the games. Well, how can you judge a game and not like it if you've never played it? We'll get to that, okay? Don't worry. Anyway, I just want to go on the record and say, no, I have never actually played the games myself. I've seen them played, I've seen clips, so on and so forth. So I'm not judging the game on its gameplay. I understand that the system they came up with was actually really good, and it's simple to pick up, but it also has subtle nuances to it. Yes, nuances that make for some interesting gameplay. You know what? I think that's great. It's nice to see games that are easy to pick up and learn, but also have enough challenge, and also have a decent learning curve. So, hey, more power to you. So I'm not judging the game on how it plays. I have no right to. I've never played them. I'm not judging the game on how it looks. A lot of people go all about the visuals these days. I think the games actually do a wonderful job of capturing the look, the feel, and the majestic, epic nature of ancient Greece perfectly. I couldn't get enough of the visuals. Yeah, I think the game's quite stunning. Now, what I do judge the game upon, what I dislike and what keeps me from wanting to play, are basically three major points: the protagonist, the story, and a third one. We'll get to that. Okay, but let's just start with the beginning. Okay, let's start with the protagonist. Kratos, as I like to call him. To sum him up in a nutshell, he's essentially, I don't know who wrote the story of God of War, but they pretty much wrote the story of God of War, with the idea of themselves. It feels like they wrote it with the idea of themselves being the main character, because, seriously, look at what Kratos does. He gets to kill all of the gods. Just about every major figure in Greek mythology, he gets to waste it. He brings about the end of mythology as we know it. He goes in, he kills everything, he gets all the chicks. Not all of them, but you know what I mean. So on and so forth, and just gets to be supreme badass of the universe, strut his stuff. It sounds like something someone wrote with themselves, envisioned of the story, or that the writer envisioned themselves as the main character, essentially what would be known as a Mary Sue or a Marty Stu character. And we can get into discussion of what is a Mary Sue, what is not a Mary Sue, but we're gonna bypass that a little bit. I was gonna say, like I said, I really like Greek mythology. I have ever since I was young. It was the first real quote-unquote fantasy setting that I kind of got into. I didn't read a lot of comics when I was a kid, but hey, I liked that Greek mythology. A lot of the stories always really intrigued me. So it really pisses me off to see this character who seemingly, even death cannot hold him. He dies 4 fucking times over the course of the games, and he can just waltz right out of Hades. Not waltz. Kill his way out of Hades whenever he wants to, but no one else can. Okay. See, that just kind of irritates me. I know that people probably have defenses. Well, this happens and this happens. It's like, yeah, I don't care. The point is, dying 4 times and don't stop him. And this, again, the story. It kind of coincides, like I said, with the unlikable, thoroughly unlikable, unsympathetic main character who brings about the apocalypse all for the sake of his own selfish vendetta and his vengeance. I guess some people do like dickhead main characters, something like that. Me, I don't. Just plain and simple. I kind of like my main characters just a little more likable. There's got to be a redeeming quality, something to make me want to cheer for them. Because if I don't like the character that I'm playing, why do I want to play the game? Uh, so yeah, bad main character doing bad things to a setting that I enjoy. Uh, it's like if I were to write a fan fiction about, say, Street Fighter with my own unique character, and he goes in there and he beats everybody. We're talking Ryu, Akuma, Bison, Gil. Effortlessly, embarrassingly, just trounces them. People would say I wrote a terrible story that just it just self gratification there. How this guy just, and it's disrespectful to the Street Fighter universe. That's what I feel God of War does with Kratos. Sorry, it's a tick. Now, my third reason for disliking the game is more of a personal thing. Misrepresentation from the fan base. There are 4 things Red Mage 24 doesn't talk about with people: music, religion, politics, and God of War. I encounter a fan of the series, and oh boy, it can get ugly sometimes. But to summarize, when you're talking about a game and you're trying to get other people to play the game, you tell stuff about the game, right? So people have tried to sell me on this series before, and okay, so what if so I'm sure you're asking, well, Red Mage, well, what did people try to sell you on God of War with? Was it the epic, overblown, majesty of ancient Greece, the visuals? No. Well, what about the great gameplay and how you can create these intricate combos and all of the weapons that you get to use? Nuh-uh. Well, what about the compelling, epic storyline that unfolds before your very eyes across these 3 games? Not a chance. Well, seriously, dude, what the fuck then? Well, okay, I'll tell you. What is it that people try to sell me on this game with? The pointless 90-second sex minigame at the very beginning that has abso-fucking-lutely nothing to do with the plot in any way, shape, or form whatsoever. It's like, come on, people. Really? Really? I mean, there's all this stuff here, and you're trying to sell me with the tits? I don't play video games for sex. I don't know about anyone else. I mean, unless I bust out the old Leisure Suit Larry games or something like that. It's just, I play video games because I want to have fun and I want to kick some ass or solve some puzzles or, do something like that. That's what I would tell people about when I'm trying to sell them on a game, Not the tits. So yeah, it's just bad character doing bad things to a setting that I like with bad representation from the fan base has totally turned me off to this series. And I've swore to myself that I will never play them. I might be depriving myself of something, I guess. As some people would say, it is your loss. But that's my choice and that's my opinion. I respect everyone who likes this game. If you like it, enjoy it, more power to you, that's cool. Me, I have no desire. This is Red Mage 24, signing off.